You know, if Budweiser wanted to come forward and sponsor this podcast, I would be absolutely fucking thrilled about it. Don't Suck at Fantasy Football, Episode 2. Who's Big Mama and Where's Her House? Big Mama's House is a movie that I have not seen, admittedly. Maybe I should, but I haven't seen it, so I apologize. What's the Big Mama, Adam? Well, thank you for asking that question, voice in my head. The Big Mama is the one team of my fantasy football teams this season who I sincerely, very deeply give a fuck about. This is a 12, this league has 12 teams in it. 12-team league, PPR, of course, point per reception, if you don't know. There's 12 teams in this league with people who really pay attention to football. And I did really shit last year. I went 5-9, drafted Aaron Rodgers, and it was absolutely abysmal. Carl's trying to chime in. Hi, Carl. He's probably like, he's not, we've only had this cat for like 2 months, so I don't think he understands what podcasts are yet. He just sees me talking into this black thing, pause, and facing the wall, holding a notebook, drinking a Budweiser. Sponsored by. No, I'm just kidding. I wish, though. I told you. I really wish. But this is the one team that I really, really want to succeed because this one is the true tester of football knowledge due to the size of the team, because I think there's more bench spots on this team. If I'm right, I got to fact check myself. 7 bench spots, which I think is more than your typical ESPN league. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's 7 bench spots. Did I say 5? If I said 5, I did not mean to. The bench spots is normal. But the thing about this league, there's an extra flex spot, which flex means any player who's not a quarterback, defense, or kicker goes in there. There's 2 of those spots in the starting lineup. So that shit matters, okay? So the roster is a little bit bigger. You get IR spots, injured reserve. You get 4 of those. So that's cool. And then, extra spot in the lineup. 12 teams. This draft was an absolute mammoth. I actually did prepare for it. I was preparing to draft, like I said in the previous episode, I was preparing, you want to get receivers and running backs who have a potential to really, walk into a good situation with their team. And, they can, see the ball a lot. And, hopefully you can draft a guy late who ends up being a big contributor. That's kind of what you would love to have in fantasy football. So 12 teams in this draft. I got the last fucking pick. That sucks. Which means that I get back-to-back picks. The last pick and then the first pick of the next round is what I get. And then I get to wait 8 years to draft again before my next pick. So the strategy involved in that is an absolute bitch. But I actually like my team. I think it went well. So I'm going to stop talking your ear off, and I'm just going to keep talking your ear off at the same time. And I'm going to tell you how this fucking thing planned out here. So first round, pick 12 overall. I got Ashton Genty or Gianti. I'll learn to pronounce it eventually, of the Raiders. Hopefully he's good. That big dog from Boise State. I've got him on one of the other teams as well. The 13th overall pick, aka first pick of the second round, I got Josh Jacobs of the Packers. Hopefully he has another good year. I like both of them, 2 solid running backs. I then had to wait the rest of the 11 picks in the second round and then 11 more picks in the third round. You like that math? And I then drafted, Jesus Christ. And I then drafted Devontae Adams in the third round. Wide receiver 1. Hopefully that works out. You know, Devontae's a little older. Matthew Stafford's already got back problems. I hope that works out. Hopefully he's good. I then drafted Zay Flowers in the 5th round. And then just for funsies, the 6th round, I got David Montgomery of the Detroit Lions. So David Montgomery was pretty good last year. Him and Jamar Gibbs, saw the ball a lot. Detroit's really good at running the ball. Hopefully, please, for the love of God, I hope they can repeat that. My last pick, I drafted a second defense. I drafted the Packers defense because I realized that they got Micah Parsons and nobody drafted the Packers defense. So I currently have 2 defenses, but that might change because as of recording this, somebody dropped Kyle Pitts and I put in a claim to pick him up and drop the Packers defense. And I'm surprised somebody already gave up on Kyle Pitts, but at the same time, I'm not that surprised. So, and you'll see why, because my tight ends, I don't give a fuck about the tight end, okay? In these 3 teams, I did not give a fuck about the tight end once. I already talked about it in the first episode, how the tight end is the most wild card fucking unreliable position in fantasy football, and I'm choosing to just not engage with it. If I get lesser known tight ends who aren't supposed to be good anyways, I'm 1, not going to be disappointed if they suck, and 2, I'm going to be absolutely thrilled when they do their job and succeed. So I got Chig Okonkwo of the Tennessee Titans, which I'm excited about. I'm a big Okonkwo guy. I have a jersey of his if I wanted to spend that money. Great name. And then I got, what the hell's this guy's name? His last name is Strange. I don't know how strange he actually is. Brenton Strange. He is the starting tight end for the Jacksonville Jaguars. Will Trevor Lawrence throw to him a lot? I hope so. So that's my tight end situation. I'm starting on Okonkwo week 1 no matter what. Even if I get Kyle Pitts, fuck you. I'm starting Okonkwo. We are ride or die with Okonkwo in week 1, and we will see how that pans out just for my amusement. Because if I start Brenton Strange and Okonkwo catches a touchdown and Strange does not, I'm going to be pissed. Okonkwo is rostered in 11% of ESPN leagues and 1% of all fantasy teams. All fantasy teams on ESPN are starting him. I am part of the 1%. And this is the first time that I can truly say that in my entire fucking life. Adam Reinhart is part of the 1%, starting Chig Okonkwo. And that's C-H-I-G. And I'm hopefully pronouncing it right. Something we're learning in this series is that I am not good at names. And that may or may not improve. Who's on the rest of the roster, Adam? Well, we got Dicker the Kicker of the Los Angeles Chargers, who, as I record this on Friday, September 5th, they are taking on the Kansas City Chiefs directly to my right because I have a desk in my living room. Don't worry about it. Dicker the Kicker currently has 8 points. There you go. Live update. That's exciting. Who else do you have, Adam? Well, I'm glad you asked. I got the Ravens defense. I'm ride or die with the Ravens defense. I've always felt good with them. They're going against Buffalo this week, but fuck it. Hopefully something good happens. Speaking of Buffalo, something that fucked me up in this draft, people started taking quarterbacks in the 3rd round. And I had the last pick in the 3rd round, which really sucks a fat one. And so let me read off. Josh Allen, Jaden Daniels, Lamar Jackson, Jalen Hurts. First 4 picks of the 3rd round. And my dumbass, I had the last pick in that round. So I watched all of my preferred quarterback options. I don't think I would have taken Jalen Hurts. I have him in another league. I don't want to double up on quarterbacks in multiple leagues. I'm just going to get pissed off if something happens. But, I mean, goddamn, 3rd round, I was planning to draft one, and then Joe Burrow gets drafted late in the 3rd round, and I'm like, this is fucking ridiculous. So, like I said, end of the 3rd round. Oh, man. Did I say I drafted Baker Mayfield in the 4th round? Did I say that earlier? I might have fucked that up. If I fucked that up, I apologize. it's a short episode. It's easy to recover from that fuck up. So I drafted Baker Mayfield in the 4th round. For some reason, I don't remember if I said that when I was going through my picks. I'm sure I did, and I'll edit this in a second, so I'll find out. But I'm leaving this in here too. Fuck it. Yeah, I drafted Baker Mayfield with the first pick of the 4th round because I needed a quarterback. I couldn't wait, and I wasn't thrilled with that. But you know what? Baker Mayfield can sling it, and I'm excited to be part of his success. Pat Mahomes got drafted after that, and then Kyler Murray got drafted. And then a couple rounds later, Brock Purdy, Bo Nix got drafted. I would have been fine with Bo Nix. I've got him as a backup in another league. I trust him. Kyler Murray, I even would have been fine with. Starting quarterback, though, I don't know. But, starting quarterback Baker Mayfield, dude, I can deal with it. 41 touchdowns last year. Baker's fucking slinging it in Tampa. So I think it'll work out. I think it'll be fine, but I definitely wanted a Joe Burrow. I wanted a Jaden Daniels, a Josh Allen if I were to be so lucky, and in all 3 of these teams, I was not. What can you do? You don't get everything you want in life, and that's true in fantasy football, as fantasy football is life to some. That sound like I was fucking Socrates or what? I don't know, man. I got Jordan Love as my backup quarterback. I like him. He's slipped in pretty much every draft that I was a part of this year. All 3 of them, Jordan Love slipped. I think I got him in a backup in one of the other leagues, and he's my backup here. And that's the end of my quarterback situation. So it's all up to Baker and Jordan Love, and because the league is so deep, the free agent quarterbacks are like fucking Daniel Jones, Spencer Rattler, Joe Flacco, Aaron Rodgers. God forbid if Aaron Rodgers has a good year this year. I'll probably pick him up for insurance, but oh my God. So that's my quarterback situation. And my quarterback sucked last year. I don't remember who my second guy was to Aaron Rodgers. Oh, it was Bo Nix. I had Bo Nix. That was actually a pretty good. That worked out. But my team was not good. So I trust Baker. He can do it. Who else is on the team, Adam? Fucking get to it. Well, I will. Other running backs, I got Ray Davis of the Bills. Hopefully, everybody's saying he's going to get the ball a lot. They paid James Cook, but everybody thinks Ray Davis is going to get the ball a lot. He's going to share carries with James Cook. If James Cook gets hurt, Ray Davis gets a lot of attention, hopefully. Rookie, I believe Javonte Williams is his name, of the Dallas Cowboys. The Thursday night game yesterday, he scored 2 touchdowns, 20 points on the bench already, so he might start next week. I got rookie wide receiver, 1st-round pick of the Green Bay Packers. I'm actually excited about this guy, Matthew Golden. I really hope that he can turn out to do something. That would be really cool. And then if I need to start Jordan Love and Matthew Golden, imagine they both end up really good. And then I can start both of them, and no hate to Baker at all, because I like Baker a lot, but I possibly set myself up good there. We will check in as the season proceeds. Darnell Mooney of the Atlanta Falcons. He's the number 2 wide receiver to Drake London. Michael Penix Jr. is now the quarterback out there. So will he throw the ball to Mr. Mooney? Hopefully. Who else I got? Is that everybody? Oh, Devontae Smith. Devontae Smith, started him in the flex this week. After that game yesterday, he's at 4.6 points. So he did not do shit at all. A.J. Brown did worse, at least. So, yeah. I think that is everybody. I covered everybody on this team. I really want this team to do good. I'm happy with the draft. We'll see if I get Kyle Pitts. Maybe I will, maybe I won't. Even if I don't get him, Kyle Pitts has yet to have a year of any significance. So who cares, I guess. But I trust Baker. I like my running backs. My wide receivers have some upside. Matthew Golden especially, I hope he ends up good. Devontae Smith, theoretically, should be good. Theoretically. Okay? I'll find out, is it tomorrow? I'll find out, nope, Sunday. I will find out on Sunday if I got Kyle Pitts, but it's not going to make a difference. I'm not going to start him. I told you I'm starting a Conquo. A Conquo all day. If he catches a touchdown this weekend, you will know that I will be very happy, and the podcast will still not be sponsored by Budweiser, but I'll be happy, and I'll probably be drinking a Budweiser like I am now. So that's it for me, dog. I've got some comedy on the 19th of September this month, the year of the death of summer. I think that's a book. September 19th, I will be back at the Ice House, and then September the 17th, before that, I'll be at Fourth Wall. I fucking love that place. That club feels like home more than anything else. The Ice House is always fantastic too. Those shows I'm always gonna promote like hell because those are so fun. The rooms are great every single time, and I've got a show at the Ice House that day. And then if you don't want to come to that Ice House show, you can go on October 15th because I'll be back that Wednesday at 8 p.m. Or if you want, you can go to the Ice House on October 24th, and I'll be there that day. And if you happen to be a big fan of the, what's it called, the African Sahara, I'll be at the Zebra Room on September 25th, which is a really cool looking room, smaller venue. That's a Thursday. But the Zebra Room's always awesome, and I've haven't been back there for a bit, so I'm very excited for that one. That'll be a great time. And if you'd like, you can use code. I can't say code. It comes out as cold. It's terrible. You can use code Bullpen, Bullpen at w.gg. Get 10%, I think, off of your order there. I enjoy that beverage a lot. It's a very easy to drink energy drink. There's some cheap shit on there. You don't have to spend a lot of money. If you use that discount code, supports the show a little bit. I appreciate it. I enjoy their product, so happy to pump out my code, of course. I feel like that last part took way too fucking long. Just endless fucking promotion. I apologize for that. You think my team will be good? I hope so. What's going on in baseball? The Cardinals. I talked about the Cardinals' shitty attendance in the last fantasy football episode, and it's funny enough because I saw that they actually somehow got lower than that number of attendance that I mentioned last time that I currently don't remember. They somehow got worse than that and beat their shitty record. So that sucks. I saw the Pirates swept the Dodgers. That's hilarious. And I saw that, Orioles rookie. Here's a guy to fucking talk about. Fantasy baseball and regular baseball. Just know about this guy. Samuel Basallo of the Baltimore Orioles. He plays catcher and first base, according to fantasy baseball. I'm not sure which one he's actually playing most in real life, but he's eligible at both those positions. The Orioles already gave him a contract extension. This guy hit a walk-off homer off Tanner Scott to hand the Dodgers another loss today. So good job to Big Dog. He's way younger than me and way more athletic and successful and now way more rich. So he is on the Robert Crawford fan club, the baseball team, fantasy baseball team that I really want to succeed this year. That did not. But he is starting at first base today, and I benefited from that home run. So thank you for hitting that fucking thing. The Dodgers fans are panicking. The Padres might win the division. There is less than a month left in the season, so that is sad. Maybe the fantasy football show will help me ease the transition because I'm gonna miss fantasy baseball. I'm still making moves in my dynasty leagues and shit, even though they're both done. I'm still doing it. I love fantasy baseball so much more than football. But I haven't been this excited for a football season in a long time. So I'm very excited to watch football this year, and I really want my teams to do well. This show will continue keeping track of that shit every week. There we go. I made up for that shitty chunk of self-promotion. But still, come to a show at the Ice House. How about you? September 19th, October 15th, or October 24th. It's a great place if you're in Los Angeles. Or if you want to spend hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of dollars on a flight, you could. I wouldn't suggest it, but I'm going to make you laugh. So hopefully you have a great weekend. Again, I'm still not sponsored by Budweiser, but we can't have everything that we want in life. And that's why life is so beautiful. It's funny how things work out. Chargers currently up 27-18, by the way. They're going to beat the Chiefs in Brazil, so that's hilarious. All right, goodbye.